Seattle Public Schools offer gender transition procedures while hiding students' status from their parents. And a parental rights group files a complaint against California's largest school district over its race-based discrimination program. Joining us right now, Vice President of Parents Defending Education, Caroline Moore. Good morning, Caroline. Welcome to the National Desk.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
There are two clinics that offer transgender transition services to children that are located inside two public schools there in Seattle. What do we know about these clinics and what they offer?
Yeah, so actually what we know is that, like you said, Seattle Public Schools is partnering with this gender clinic, and it's a nonprofit in the Seattle area. It's called it's Country Health or Country Healthcare providers, and they're providing services anything from a lab test in a school, like a blood test, to giving the students referrals and the recommendations they need to obtain a gender transition surgery or to get hormones to help them in their gender transition. Now, something important to note is that this is all happening without the consent of parents. Parents are unaware that these clinics exist in their schools, and they're most definitely unaware that the clinics and school districts are partnering behind their backs to use their insurance to pay for these referrals and services that gets kids on the path to transitioning their gender.
And they're using the parents' insurance without getting any kind of notification, any kind of permission. Also, I read too, taxpayer dollars were being spent when the public education system in trouble all across the country, as we know. Why are these clinics located inside schools?
Unfortunately, the thought is that having these clinics in schools makes it so convenient to work behind the backs of parents. This particular policy was passed by the school board at the end of the school year in 2020. And as we all know, kids were not in school at that time. So it was passed behind the backs of parents. And instead of, just allowing kids to come to school and identify as, with different pronouns or a different gender identity, this enables schools to actively put kids on a path to transition their gender with hormones and with surgery, which is very concerning. So I think it's just the convenience of being in a school.
Staying on the West Coast this morning, Parents Defending Education filed an OCR complaint against Los Angeles Unified School District for offering what you guys called was racially segregated programming. Tell us more about this complaint and what is happening in LA Public Schools, the largest school district, by the way, in California.
Yes. Now, what's happening in LA Public Schools is not different, unfortunately, than what's happening in schools across the country in red states and blue states. This one is most notable because, as you said, it's the largest school district in the state, but there are over 500 schools and school districts in California that, have policies that have, gender transitioning behind the backs of parents. This particular civil rights complaint we filed with the Department of Education last week, and it is about a Black Achievement Plan that exists in these schools. This policy was passed by the school district in the 2020-2021 school year, and what it allows is, unfortunately, to discriminate against students based on their race. So the policy, it was given to us via a tip, and I did some research on it, and unfortunately, there is a policy that is known as the Black Student Achievement Plan. Its school district funds are earmarked for a policy that allows students who are Black to take different courses than other students who do not identify as Black in the school district. So that can be anything from a STEM class to getting involved in community outreach to having special mentoring projects, as well as going on, school tours that other students just do not have the ability to participate in. What's most concerning about this, not only that, students aren't given the same opportunities, is that the school district cites Brown versus Board of Education as the reason for having such a policy. And that's stunning because we all know that Brown versus Board of Education is the reason why we do not have segregation.
To prevent segregation, yeah. And I look forward to seeing what that complaint, what the outcome of that complaint is for your organization. Vice President of Parents Defending Education, Caroline Moore, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.